it's time to do a reading for Gemini. So if you are a Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus sign, stick around. There may be a message in this reading for you. And as always, just take what works, leave what doesn't. All right, we all know who we are in the story. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you. And if you appreciate what I do here, hit that like button right there. Boink. Really just makes a difference in my world. All right, let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. Some of you are a little guarded, I'm seeing, but let's see what the message really is for all my Gemini this week. Oh, next 7 to 10 days. Justice card. There could be some legal matters coming up, maybe around a situation you are involved with someone. A lot of times the Justice card, it could represent Libra, but it does, associate with, just things being fair and just and right in your world. So if you are within dealing with a relationship, quite possibly, you may have found somebody here, that you would love to really be a part of this person's life. But I'm feeling, this could be one of two things. Either this is somebody who brings a lot of balance into your life, or this is somebody who you feel as if you can no longer, deal with their energies. Even though you love this person, there may be a need for you to kind of look and see, is this really what I want to continue doing? Because what's above you is choices. I feel as if some of you are really trying to figure out what to do in a situation around someone who you are very much involved with. And I say this is around somebody you're involved with because in your recent past, we do have the Page of Cups coming up reversed. So the fact that we have these two cards around maybe some relationship that you have been involved with or that you started, and you're really confused as to whether or not this is really someone you want to move forward with. So, if this is somebody you just met, I think you're trying to see whether or not this is, really your person. There's a lot of energy here around communication. So I think it would be really, really important to really, voice any kind of concerns you have in regards to, this person in general. Because, the Page of Cups is a very young energy, and there's a sense of immaturity that comes about with this because it is such a new energy. But it's reversed, so I'm just wondering whether or not this is somebody you've been involved with who just doesn't seem to know how to grow up. That's just what I'm getting here. You know who your person is, but what's hanging over your head right now is definitely making some decisions. Is this really somebody I want to, settle down with and grow up with, or do I want to really think about maybe, opening up my possibilities to something else? I just feel as if you're really thinking really deeply about whether or not this is a real connection that you want to continue with. Now, we do have the Eight of Wands here at the base of what's going on in your world. So I feel as if, like I said, the root of everything has to do with communication. What do you want, Gemini? What is it that you really want? Because I feel as if all of these wands are pointing to what this light is. So I think this is an energy this week that says, you really need to think about how you want to proceed forward because, there's this need for you to feel very balanced. And this connection you have with someone is just throwing it off a little bit. So let's see if we can gain a little bit more clarity on what it is that's going on here. Now, in your future position, we do have here the Page of Swords. So I think, you're trying to find answers, all right? You're trying to find, what is the best way for you to really, proceed forward. So, you may be asking a lot of questions. I think your mind is really spinning as to, what do I do in this situation? Do I hang in there? Do I let it go? What do I do? And here again, we have another 7 coming out, and it's reversed. And I feel as if, this connection that you are involved with, I feel as if, you guys planted some seeds, but you're not sure whether or not this relationship is growing. But you're also at a point where you don't know whether you want to put it to an end or hang on to it. This World card is like, do we end this cycle and move on our way, or Do we hang on to it and try to make it happen again? And I feel as if this card is very important in making these decisions, because you've got to really voice it and talk about it. At least get it on the table, Gemini. Do you know what I mean? Like, when you're holding it all in, I mean, your other person can't read your mind, and then, energies just kind of get weird that way. So I feel as if this moon card here is saying, you're really deep in thought and you're deep in your emotions and you really want to find some answers. I keep feeling like, Gemini, you want to find the answers that you need so that you know how to move forward, because you're just not sure. You're not sure if you want to end this cycle. You're not sure if you want to hang on to it. And I feel as if this moon card is really wanting to have something revealed, because the moon card is things that are hidden deep inside of us. So this is a week I feel like, Gemini, you really need to really take the time and the space to dig deep. Because this is a big shift and a big energy. And you may be contemplating, maybe moving in a new direction with this Page of Swords. Like you might have, some thoughts and some ideas of, what you could be doing. But, sometimes when we're involved in a relationship, it kind of hangs us up from doing our own thing, right? So I feel like this week is one of those that says, I want to have a new start in life. I want to have a new fresh beginning in life. I don't know whether this person is going to be a part of that. And I think that bothers you a little bit, because there is some real affection here between you and this person. But again, my thought goes right back to communication. When I picked this card up, I first went right down to this little envelope here. So I feel as if you need to communicate what you're feeling first and foremost if you really want to find any kind of answer. Because I think you really need to know what the other person is feeling and thinking as well. Because with that, then you can start to base some kind of foundation of how you want to move forward. So communication's a big deal for you this week, Gemini. It really, really is. Now, the final outcome I do have for you coming out is the Queen of Wands, and she is reversed. So whether this is you or this is the person you are dealing with, you're in a place where you're not feeling as secure and confident about your next move. I mean, this is a very confident person who knows exactly where they're going and what they're doing, but she's come up reversed. So, there's just this thought, of I don't know whether this is something that I really can wholeheartedly commit to. I don't know whether this is the direction I really want to move in. And this can even be about a job situation that you are involved with. This Queen of Wands, she is a very confident, charismatic, creative individual. And you're just I feel like you're stuck. You're like, what happened to all these ideas that I used to have and everything that I used to put together? So you're feeling like you need, I feel, some time alone to really dig deep. So I'm really going to tell you, the main thrust of this reading for you, Gemini, is to really kind of find what it is you need to communicate to someone, because you need to know how you want to proceed. And, if maybe, moving away and getting separated, that might be something you're thinking about, because that's what sometimes the Justice card comes up and says, I don't know, I need to feel good and in balance, and I think you're feeling a little off balance right now. So yeah, let's communicate the thoughts, the ideas, whatever it is. Let's do our homework and kind of research, maybe alternative solutions, that could turn out to be a win-win between the two of you. But I feel as if, these two cards are saying, let's really dig deep, because I'm feeling a little lost, and you need to find your ground again, all right, Gemini? So no decisions have to be made. I just think communication needs to happen this week. So let's kind of talk it out and see where the next step will lead you, because then I think you'll know in what direction you want to go in. When I see 2 sevens come down on the table, I mean, this is something that says, can I ground this relationship into reality? I mean, is this something that we can pull out of the spirit world and make really happen? I mean, when we're good, we're good. When we're not good, we're not good. Is this ever going to develop into something? I mean, you've planted some seeds, but You're questioning the growth of the connection. So that's what I'm picking up for you, Gemini. I hope it resonated. If it did, terrific. If it didn't, that's okay. Take what works, leave what doesn't. You know how that goes. And I'll see you at another reading, and maybe we'll get more answers. Check your sun, moon, rising, Venus sign, and always, I really believe, check your north node. All right, until then, hit that like button. Bye now.